morning. Andrew didn't mention they're selling them during lunch starting on Tuesday or Thursday. I'm Mrs. Anderson. I teach math here on behalf of the math department. I would like to wish you all a happy dozen day. This is it, the last 12, 12, 12, unless you're going to be around for the next century to start. We get to start over, so enjoy. Today in chapel, a few students are going to be sharing some traditions that they have in their household. And so I thought I would think of traditions that I had when I was a teenager. Then I started thinking, and I realized I couldn't remember any traditions we had when I was a teenager. Then I started remembering more, and I remembered Christmas at my house was not a season full of light and joy and peace, like we hear about so much here in chapel. My parents split up when I was just finishing 4th grade, and somehow after that, holidays were never right. Some of my friends thought it was cool that we got to have 2 Christmases and 2 birthdays, but neither one was really right after that. And I know a lot of you guys are in that kind of situation too, where things aren't right at home. Maybe you miss somebody that really should be with you for Christmas, and they're not there anymore. And I know that's really, really hard. And I want to encourage you to know that the darkness is going to end. This is a season of light, even though sometimes what we see is the darkness. As I was remembering, I also remembered that it was this time of year, during my junior year in high school, when a friend of mine invited me to a midnight mass. So I went, and I remember hearing the words of the Christmas story, which I hadn't heard for years, because my family stopped going to church when they split up. And somehow to hear those words, it was like hearing them for the first time again. That was the beginning of the light for me. It was actually just a few weeks later that I made the decision to give my life to Jesus and to walk in the light. So I do want to encourage you that, let me read this from Isaiah. The people walking in darkness have seen a great light. On those living in the land of deep darkness, a light has dawned. So the light is coming. So do have a Merry Christmas. And remember that it really is about Jesus. Would you pray with me? Father, I ask that you would touch each person here. Help us as we celebrate your birth to look for the light. I pray that the darkness wouldn't be overwhelming to people here. Lord, that you would encourage and uplift each one. Father, I want to lift up 4 people in particular who have your birthdays this month. For Tyler Ross, your birthday yesterday. Travis Hoover coming up during break. And our 2 New Year's Eve babies, Jacob Clemens and Hannah Lee. May they have wonderful celebrations. Lord, bless the speakers today. Thank you for this gift that you've given us. In Jesus' name, amen.